Yo, what the f***'s up? What's up? Happy f***ing birthday to me. Let's go, dude. Let's get an incense. Let's get some incense going. Let's get an incense going? What the f***? It's like saying, give me a scissor or give me one pant. We're gonna have some fun tonight. We gonna have some fun. Alright, so here's the deal. I got some shit planned for tonight. First thing I wanna say is thanks to my mom. Thank you to my mom. Alright, I got some notes and shit. Got everything we're gonna do today written down. First, I got a fork. You know what the fork is for? You got a cake. I got a cake. So, the rolling cam is gonna turn into the cake cam for a minute. We're gonna light that fucking candle. I'm gonna play Happy Birthday by the Ramones. And we'll get into the fucking stream. Start doing some shit. It's so ridiculous. That one part of the leaf is so big. If it was just a little bit smaller, it'd be like fucking perfect. Close enough is good enough. In this case. Not generally, but in this case. Alright. Now I'm gonna make a wish and blow out the candle. Let's see. I'm not gonna tell y'all what the wish is either, because then it won't fucking come true. And we're not playing that game. I need that fucking wish. Trust me. Trust me. Back to rolling cam now. That cake is gonna be fucking delicious. That shit's so good. We're gonna smoke and shit. And then I am going to fuck this cake up, dude. We'll see if I'm still able to stream and play video games when I'm done with this cake. There is a big green leaf on it for a reason. Only this layer and that layer, the cake layers, are infused. I infused them. Get this. I got some wedding cake hash, and I infused it with wedding cake hash because I couldn't find any birthday cake hash. So that's what we did. Some really nice, like almost full melt bubble hash. That was good. I smoked a little bit too. I only got like 2 grams of it. Friend gave it to me. I didn't even have to buy it. It was awesome. All right, so first thing on the agenda, while I set up to do a dab, next week, next Friday, we are doing the giveaway. We're gonna, on stream, live on stream, we're going to announce the winner, right? So starting today, you have 1 week, that's until next Friday, to make sure you're following us on Instagram or TikTok and to repost us and tag us in a post of yours. So you have to repost one of our posts in the next week, and you also have to tag us in one of your posts in the next week. Everybody who does that will be entered to win the DJI Osmo Mobile 7 gimbal. And then next Friday, live on stream, we'll pick and announce a winner. And so that's how the giveaway is gonna work, all right? So yeah, it doesn't matter like how many followers you have. It doesn't matter what like subject matter your account is about most of the time, whatever. None of that shit matters. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. If you're a cool person, well, if you're following us, you're already a cool person because we don't fuck with lames, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, if you're a good person, you're into like at least one of the things that we're into, and winning a like really nice cell phone gimbal will help you and help your content creation, then enter the competition, enter the giveaway, enter the giveaway. If the really nice gimbal will help you, enter the giveaway. That's the only requirement. Like, as long as it'll help you, you can enter it. Follow us, repost us, and tag us, and then you're entered. And we'll, it's a good chance that your name will get picked next Friday, because I'm telling you right now, there's not a whole lot of people who are gonna enter this. Like, if you're one of those people that's like, man, I never win anything, fucking enter this, because there's a good chance that you will win, because nobody's taking it serious. I'm not really sure why, but yeah, so that's the giveaway. Next week, next Friday, over the next week, before next Friday, repost us and then tag us in one of your posts, and as long as you're following us, you'll be entered. And then so let's fucking smoke, bro. Put some background music on right quick. You guys see the balloons? We got some balloons to go with my infused cake. All right, some fire mood music. Yeah, man, today's been a good day. I had, like, yesterday I had a plan to, like, go out and do stuff today and all that, but when I woke up this morning, I slept, let's see, I stayed up all night long because I was doing work shit, and I went to sleep at like 8:30, and I slept until like 11, and I got up and I was like, I don't really feel like doing anything today. It's my fucking birthday. Like, I've literally been working 36 hours a week at my regular job, and then like 50 hours a week on this stuff and like all the social media and like building things for you guys and all that stuff, you know what I mean? So I was like, fuck it, I'm actually gonna take the day off today. It's my birthday, I'm gonna relax. So I sat around, like, watched a bunch of shit. I ended up taking like another hour and a half, 2-hour nap around like 3 or 4 o'clock. Went out to the store and got some fucking balloons and whipped my cake up real quick, and here we are. Good day today. Fun fact, did you know that owning a crow in the United States is illegal? You can't have a crow as a pet. Also, did you know that it's illegal for humans to try and communicate with dolphins? Why would the government make it illegal for people to try and communicate with dolphins? That's weird. They know something we don't, or they know something we suspect at least. You know what? Since it's my birthday, I'm gonna finish off this delicious Moroccan peaches. And I don't think we have any more either at work. I think this is it. So I don't know when the next time I'll be able to get some of this is, but next time I can get it, I definitely will. I think it's one of Shasta's like constantly in production varieties. Like, I think they have some that are only in production a couple times a year, and then they have some that are like constantly all year long being produced. And I think the Moroccan peaches is one of the constants. So that means when we get the next delivery of Shasta, which I'm assuming we'll do because like it went pretty quick, it sold really fast, so it sold well. But so yeah, when we get the next shipment, it should be in there. I would really like to talk to somebody at Shasta about like maybe they could grow one of our strains and produce flower, and then together we could turn it into hash. So it'd be like a full-on collaboration from like seed to rosin, you know what I mean? Immortal Genetics Shasta Hash Company collab, that'd be cool. I'm also trying to set up a collab with a professional roller to do a Immortal Genetics collab hash hole, which should be a lot of fun. Be really cool. I think I talked about it last stream too. All right, let's do this dab. Check this out. That's fucking insane. Yeah. The dope crow, watch out. The dope crow. Get that crow to fucking bring me weed, bro. Just hear it like caw. Oh, here comes an ounce. Where is he? So yeah, that's why you can't own a fucking crow. Let's see this, right? Oh, it's illegal to communicate with whales and dolphins. Let's see. 680. Whoa. Genital buzzes. If a girl was doing that at me, I would be out, bro. All right, let's go. Found this guy on TikTok, right? His whole thing, like all of it, every single one of his videos his whole thing is to like take a hit from like a bong or a dab or fucking, he does a lot of blinkers with vapes, like hitting it until the vape tells you like, hey, you can't hit me anymore. And, like the light blinks on it, called a blinker. He does a lot of those. And it's just him, like, videos are like, hey, I had a great day today, so I think I'm going to hit a blinker so hard and so painful that I swear I'll never do it again. And then it like cuts to him just coughing his fucking brains out and like drooling on himself and shit. It's a little funny, but he's got a huge fucking following. And I guess he's on Instagram too, and on Instagram, it's like he says all that, and then you get to watch him do it, and then he coughs and shit. He just like cuts that smoking part out for TikTok because they're super strict about it. But like, you want to start fucking social media and streaming and stuff like that, dude, it doesn't take a lot. You can find something super easy and fucking dumb, like I'm just gonna take huge hits and fucking cough my face off. Like, it's fucking crazy. So yeah, I released Life Story Time number 1 a couple days ago, and then Life Story Time number 2 today. So if you haven't seen Life Story 2 from the Let's Smoke show, which is this right here, every Wednesday and every Friday. This is the late show. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Actually, I'll play it for you. Hold on. It's better with the captions. It was crazy. The meat and shit was like coming out of the stab wound. It was like it went in and like pulled stuff out as it came out. Gross. So, all right. So guess what time it is? It's Life Story Time. Let's go. Number 3. So like I teased last week, I have quite a large scar. Stand up to show you. There we go. So in the first story, told you guys how, in the first story I told you guys about how I moved to Costa Rica and bought a restaurant and like rode a motorcycle across the country and stuff. So when you live in Costa Rica and you're not a citizen, you have to, every 90 days, you have to leave the country for 3 days. You leave, 3 days later, you come back into the country, at which point they renew your visitor's visa. So you leave for 3 days, you come back, and they renew your visa for another 90 days. So I'm living there running this restaurant. So every 90 days, I have 2 options. I can pay for a plane ticket back to the United States and then back to Costa Rica after being here for 3 days. A lot of money, very expensive, lots of flying, sucks, right? Or the other option was I could get in like a taxi and have them drive me across the border into Nicaragua, or drive me to the border. So you get in the taxi, you take the taxi to the border, and then you walk across the border, and then you get into another taxi and you take it to like whatever little town you're going to or wherever your hotel is or whatever. We went to San Juan del Sur, which is like this little touristy town right on the beach. There's like a big like cliff, like hundreds of feet tall, like off to the side, has like a big Jesus statue on it and stuff. Like one of these like arms out and shit. And so we got a hotel room. We got a hotel room at this hotel that was like, when you walk out the front door, there was a sidewalk, the street, a sidewalk, and then there was a drop, like a concrete wall with like a 8-foot drop down to the beach. And like over there's stairs to get down, and over there's stairs to get down. But there's no railing whatsoever. That's important later. So that night we're hanging out, because when you're leaving for just 3 days, especially going to Nicaragua, your money is worth a lot. Like you could bring like $300 with you and live there for 2 weeks and eat like a fucking king and pay for your hotel room and shit. Like it's cheap, right? So we're like out there like eating and partying and drinking and all this stuff, right? And like 2 a.m. rolls around and we're like walking back to the hotel, and there's a like food truck outside the hotel, but not on the hotel side of the road, on the beach side of the road. So it's like food truck, little sidewalk, 8-foot drop, right? So we go over, and you have to like order from the sidewalk side. So we go over and order some food, and we're standing there waiting for our food, and this fucking drunk guy like walks in front of me. So I took one step back, and I was pretty close to the edge at this point, and he like stumbled into me, bumped me, and I like lost my balance and fell backwards off this 8-foot drop. I landed on the only spot on the beach that was not sand. Where I landed was like a 3-foot by 4-foot slab of concrete. I landed directly on the concrete. I pinned my arm between the concrete and my hip, and I just like crushed my arm with my fucking hip. And so I hit the ground, and I'm like, oh, fuck. And I knew my arm was broken. And my friend that I'm with, he jumps down, and he's like, oh, fuck, dude, you okay? You okay? Come on, get up. And I was like, dude, my arm is fucking broken. And he's like, what? Nah. And you couldn't really see because we're in like the shadow of the wall. Like the moonlight is making a shadow, and I'm in that little shadow. and I put my arm up like this, just into the light, like just out of the shadow into the light, and he went, "Oh, fuck." My arm looked like a fucking staircase. I had dislocated my wrist and broken my arm in 3 places. My arm went flat normal, first break, second break, and then dislocated. Like this part of my wrist was this much higher than it should have been. And my arm like did one of these off of it. Like my friend kept saying, "Hijo de puta, it's como Dragon Ball Zeta." Like son of a bitch, it's like Dragon Ball Z, because it was like almost fucking Z shaped is what my arm was like, right? So I fucking stand up and my friend's like, "We got to get you to a hospital. We got to get you to the hospital." And I'm like, "All right, like, where is it?" And this guy that just saw it happen was like, "The hospital's like 12 blocks that way." 2:30 in the morning, right? Around there somewhere. It's like 12 blocks that way. So I'm like, "All right, well, we got to start walking." So my friend is like holding my arm, like trying to like support my hand and like my forearm, like just like gently like trying to like make sure nothing bumps me, and like I don't know, like trying whatever. So as soon as we start walking, I'm fucking pissed. I'm pissed that I'm in Nicaragua with a broken ass arm, like really fucking broken arm. And I'm pissed off that I have to even be dealing with this. I don't think I spoke all the way to the hospital. We walked our asses 12 blocks to the hospital. We got to the hospital and it is just a house. It's just somebody's fucking house. We go in and the waiting room is like their living room. It's just like a living room. That's what the waiting room is, right? They call me into like the like examination room, if you want to call it that. It was literally just their kitchen, but it had like a hospital bed on wheels, like a metal one on wheels, kind of like what you would see at like a veterinarian or something. And so they get me up on that thing. They give me a shot of morphine in my ass, and they like lightly wrapped my arm in gauze, like that was going to do anything. And then I had to go and wait for the ambulance, right? So the ambulance comes. They're like, "Come on, let's go." It's like your normal size minivan, like sliding door only on one side, like 2 rows of back seats. You know what I mean? They put 9 of us, including a dude who was like laying down on a stretcher. Like they laid 2 seats down, one behind the other, and slid him in on the stretcher and then fit another 8 of us in that fucking thing. Like I'm squished like this with a fucking broken arm, holding my arm while they're doing like literally 90 miles an hour to the actual hospital, like the big hospital they kept calling it, for no reason. Nobody in the vehicle's like in cardiac arrest. Nobody's about to die. Nothing. It's like we just need to be like transferred from the small hospital, which is basically someone's house, to the large hospital, which I'm going to tell you about right now. We show up to the large hospital. Oh, they're doing 90 miles an hour the whole way. My arm's broken. They're hitting bumps, ripping around these corners. People are slamming into me. I'm like, what the fuck? This is terrible. This is the worst fucking thing I've ever had to go through. And so we pull up to the hospital. This place was like, it was a single story building. It looked like at one point it had been like a warehouse, or like like a shipping and receiving warehouse or something like that, you know, but like really one story, not like super tall ceilings either, anything. It was fucking weird, just like a brick building, painted like a fucking salmon color, like a little bit more pink than salmon. Weird as shit, right? I'm like, what the fuck? And it's just in the middle of nowhere. Like there's nothing around. I'm like, this is fucking weird. This is the big hospital. Like this building's tiny. It's like 2 times the size of a normal house, but one story. So I couldn't wait to get the fuck out of this van. So I like jumped out of the van. I'm like, fuck, man, I'm going inside and getting myself some help. I walk up to the front. It's 2 double doors to go in, and they're open. And it's just a straight shot from the entrance to reception, right? And it goes into reception, and then you can go right or left. There's like 2 ways that way. I get up there and I look up and I look down the hallway to reception through the entrance, and there is, no joke, like a fucking like 3 foot wide bloody smear down the whole hallway and around the corner. goes down and to the left. It looked like somebody had been cut in half at the doorway and then dragged through the hospital by their arms with like the bloody part just like smearing on the fucking floor. It was crazy. I'm like, what the fuck? And it's not fresh blood. It's like really old, like super dry, like it happened. They were just like, fuck it, like 10 hours ago. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I get inside, I get halfway to reception, and I'm like, what is that fucking smell? Oh my God, what is that fucking smell? Terrible, terrible smell. Literally the worst thing I've ever smelled in my life. So it took them 4 hours to get me a room, or to get me a bed, we'll say. They bring me to the room, which, by the way, was the fucking source of the smell, right? There's 7 other people in this room. There's 8 beds. They're all like this close to each other, like 4-4. And there's a bathroom in there. The toilet in the bathroom was clogged and full to the rim of like shitty, pissy water. And every time somebody added anything to it, a little bit more spilled out. So there was just like a layer of like shit and piss water like this throughout the whole room. And the guy next to me had gangrene on his foot, and his foot was just like out and open to the air, and like you could see that it was just like disintegrating. So it was the smell of shit and piss and a rotting foot. It was terrible. And at this point, I'm super fucking tired. I'm in so much fucking pain. They're refusing to give me any pain meds for some fucking reason. They wanted me to like be in a lot of pain so that they could get me to like agree to get a surgery in that hospital so that they could charge me for it, because being an American, I have insurance. You know what I mean? So they thought they were going to make some money. So I'm like trying to just close my eyes and like fall asleep, and there's fucking flies landing on me, and like I keep having to like brush cockroaches off me and shit, like my face and everything. And I'm finally like, after like an hour in there, not being able to sleep even for a minute, I was like, fuck this. I'm going outside. So I went and sat outside for the next 6 hours, trying to get in touch with my friend who I was with earlier that day, trying to get a hold of my friend to be like, hey man, come and fucking get me. Let's just get out of here. This place is insane. They want to do a surgery, and if I let them cut me open, I'm going to die of infection because of how fucking gross this place is. I can't do this at all. Like, I can't do this. And so I can't get a hold of him because he finally is like back at the hotel and sleeping, right? So for 6 hours, I sit outside this hospital just smoking cigarettes. Eventually, the surgeon comes walking up, and he's like, "Vámonos, like, come on, let's go. Let's go. We're gonna go do your surgery." And I was like, "No." And he was like, "What? Yeah, you need a surgery. Like, let's go." And I was like, I explained to him, I was like, "I'm not letting you operate on me at this fucking place." It's like the only reason I'm still here is because I'm waiting for the person that's holding my passport so I can get the fuck out of here and go back to Costa Rica where they have a real hospital. And so I finally got a hold of my friend. He came back. We left the fucking hospital and went to the bus station and jumped on the fucking bus and took the bus all the way to the border. I then walked across the border with a fucking crazy ass broken arm. Got back to Costa Rica, waited till the next day, went to the hospital, and they told me that I had to wait. Yeah, went to the hospital the next day, and they told me that I had to wait 4 days for my surgery. So I had my arm broken like that for 5 days. Broke it in Nicaragua, had to come all the way back to Costa Rica using buses and shit, not comfortable, just to get back to Costa Rica to have like the American hospital tell me I had to wait 4 days for my surgery because they had to order the fucking plate that they were putting in my arm. And I finally went and got my surgery, and they fixed my arm, and everything was fine after that whole bullshit. 5 days of having it broken, looking fucking crazy, the whole travel, all that stuff. Finally got it fixed. And that is why my tattoo is cut. And next week, I'll tell you guys about the motorcycle accident I got into with my friend's mom on the back. That one's funny, interesting. It was fucking ridiculous. That's a long one. That story was a long one. But yeah, that's the story of why my tattoo is cut. Oh, and the whole thing happened like 3 weeks after I got my tattoo. I didn't even have my tattoo for a month and they had to cut it. I made this too, and I don't even remember if I posted it. Yeah, I did post it. Holy shit. Life story number two. Life story number two has 745 plays on TikTok. That's crazy. I just posted it like 12 hours ago. The one about the giveaway has 837 plays also. But still, nobody's done any of the shit that they have to do. Nobody's clicked any of the links for the free streaming guide or the free start streaming guide. Nobody's downloaded the guide. Nobody has done any of the stuff for the giveaway yet. So, like I said, if you're the type of person that's like, oh, I'm not going to enter the giveaway because I never win anything, you could end up being the only fucking person that enters. In which case, you're guaranteed to win. So go enter. Go do the shit. Repost us. Tag us in one of your posts. Make sure you follow. You're entered. And you'll win. Pretty easy, dude. Pretty easy. And you're going to win like $100 fucking DJI gimbal. Which is fire. Fire. And eventually, we're going to do these too. These are the DJI Mic Mini. You see that one that's blue? That one connects directly to my cell phone, right? So if you were to win both, you would get the DJI Osmo Mobile 7 gimbal for your phone. And then you would also get these, which you can plug the receiver into your phone and use both, or you can connect just a microphone to your phone via Bluetooth. And then you have your gimbal and your fucking super good quality, like lavalier mic, wireless, fucking fire. No like crazy connections and wires and shit like that. It's literally just, you're good to fucking go. Like literally any situation. You're filming somebody else with the gimbal, you give them the microphone. It's super easy to hide so you can't even see it. In case you're trying to get like a more like cinematic or documentary style type of vibe and you don't want to invest in like a shotgun mic, which quite honestly, in a lot of scenarios, like say you're shooting a scene in a park and there's nothing in front of you, but there's people behind you, you're going to pick up those people at least a little bit. You're going to have to do a lot of editing on the audio to fix that. With those, it's only picking up what's like here. It's not going to hear those fucking people that are behind you. Super good quality, not affected by like the atmosphere that you're in. So yeah, go enter the fucking giveaway, dude. Seriously, go enter the fucking giveaway. So yeah, we're gonna eventually, pretty soon, we're looking for somebody. I talked to a guy a little bit. I'm waiting to hear back from him, but he looks like literally the fucking perfect person, honestly. He looks like he's got a cool chill vibe. He has been doing the like connoisseur hand rolls for years and years. Has his own brand already built and everything. Like already launched his own line of, I believe they're hash holes called Sacramental, like Sacramento, also like sacrament, also like a sacrament for your brain, for your mind, for your mind, free your mind. Yeah, Sacramental. I like his like artistic style and like the way that he thinks about shit. That's pretty clever. So yeah, I hope we can partner up with him. That'd be really fucking cool. Be like perfect. And then once we get the whole hash hole together, we're gonna we'll do a like launch event, or like a release event. We'll have a fucking cannabis event. That'll be a lot of fun. And then I'm also really focusing on getting some jobs doing videography for cannabis brands at cannabis events. I got all the equipment and everything needed. If you have a cannabis company and you need somebody to come along to events and record a bunch of shit, so you have video for your social media, for your website, for YouTube, for your own personal pleasure, I don't fucking know. If you have a business and you need somebody to do videography at cannabis events, let me know. We'll get it done. I'll even like edit the videos and stuff for you if you want. Whatever style. We could do cinematic. We could do like the TikTok style, like fast cuts and fucking subtitles and shit like that. Captions, whatever you want to call them. Or we can go, like I said, straight cinematic. Like I can throw a filter on the ZV-10, and we can put some LUTs on the fucking recording and make it look badass. I'll bring lights and shit. We can do some lighting if we need to, whatever. If you're a cannabis brand and you need videography work for events, we're your people. Get a couple of those jobs, take all the money from it and invest it into this hash hole line. Because I want to do like custom tips and everything. It could be like Immortal Genetics X, whoever the dude is. I think I talked about this already, but whoever we end up partnering with. Or the girl, partnering with the girl on this would be fucking awesome. If there's any girls out there that roll professionally, let me know. I would love to partner with a woman in the cannabis industry. That'd be fucking great. That would be really cool. And smoke a joint, man. I haven't smoked yet. Taking my glasses off because the headphones are pushing my ear into them. Ew. The stream has hands down the best fucking background music out of any stream on Twitch. I can tell you that. And if you disagree, that's because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. As a matter of fact, if you disagree, because you don't know shit about music. No, that's true. I'm being a dick. So I think we're going to play GTA. When it's time to play GTA, I wanted to do this whole like first part of the stream and like my birthday and stuff. I used to stream on Twitch back in the day, right? And we're doing much better on Kick than on Twitch. But I still have like a soft spot for Twitch. Like I really wish that we were like taking off on Twitch more so than Kick. I really wish I could stream just on Twitch, but we're doing better on Kick. I don't know. Maybe it's something about the discoverability on Twitch. You have to spend fucking years before you even start streaming as a viewer trying to build followers and shit so that they're just there already when you start going, because Twitch is not going to help you grow at all. It's crazy. That's why I do so much social media stuff to try and bring people like from outside of Twitch to Twitch. I spend a lot of fucking time and energy on it. When all Twitch really had to do is stop putting all the fucking big streamers on the homepage. Only show people that are fucking under 3 streamers. Under 3 viewers. You do that, people will discover a lot of new fucking people quick, and those new people will grow quick. And then guess what? All those big creators that are making you guys money, and that's why you put them on the front page, they'll still be making you the same fucking amount of money because all those people who watch them will still watch them. Wow, I know, it's crazy, right? Fucking stupid, dude. But yeah, so I wanted to do this little first part of the stream exclusively on Twitch for my birthday. But when it's time to play GTA in a little bit here, probably around an hour and a half in, it'll be time for GTA, and we'll start the stream on Kick. No intro, nothing like that. We'll just like hit start streaming. Kick will pick up where we're at. Everybody over here on Twitch gets a little exclusive Immortal Genetics birthday stream, little exclusive episode of the Let's Smoke show. Actually, up to this point, aside from taking the dab, but up to this point, we could have fucking streamed on YouTube, which is hard. I never fucking I live streamed on YouTube once and like multiple warnings, and it was just like, okay, fuck that. Like copyright warnings and shit. Like one had to do with royalty-free music that I was using, but for them, some reason, it like was against their community guidelines. And then one was for like third-party software, something like that. Like something in my like OBS setup, or like the game that something having to do with the game I was playing or something. Like that was another reason. I don't fucking know. It was crazy. They're just like making shit up. They hit me with 3 of them when I first started. Like, hey, we're in charge. Don't you think you're gonna do nothing over here? So YouTube only gets videos now because I can cut out all the shit that they would be mad about. You know what else? I don't even really care that like we're missing the viewers and stuff on Twitch right now, because on Kick, and then nobody's watching on Twitch right now because this whole fucking VOD is strategically fucking loaded with reusable content, like shit that I can chop up and post on socials and stuff like that. So even if this isn't doing anything directly for the business or for anybody out in the world that I'm trying to help, it is at least providing me with content that I can use on the other platforms where we're actually taking off. Like TikTok, where I get almost 1,000 views on shit, videos. And YouTube, where we're getting like 15 views now and then, which is still not bad because I had music on YouTube for 3 fucking years. And I think my most viewed music video was like 3 views. So for me to be getting like 15 on something is fucking exciting. That's like real momentum on YouTube. Because YouTube also sucks and it's really fucking hard. Their discoverability is trash, just like Twitch. It's like if you're going on YouTube and like, if your video is not completely and perfectly configured or the like SEO and stuff like that, and if you haven't like figured out what people are searching for a million times a day, every single day, and then made a video about that and labeled your video properly and all that stuff. If you haven't done all of that, nobody's going to find your shit unless they already know about it and they go to like your YouTube page. Then they'll see it. But like, nobody's going to accidentally stumble across life story time number 2. You know what I mean? Because YouTube is not going to recommend it to them, which is stupid because if they did, I'm sure a couple people would like it and it would actually gain some momentum. Just like if Twitch actually showed smaller creators, because not all of us are streaming to one person because they suck. Some of us are doing it just because we're new and discoverability is trash. Just saying. So if they made it better, it'd be a different story too. YouTube and Twitch could learn from TikTok and Kick. And then all of them could learn from Instagram as far as the weed shit goes. Like, as long as somebody doesn't directly report you, you pretty much can get away with posting whatever weed shit you want. Because guess what? We're in California, and in California, weed is legal. So I should be able to post legal weed on my fucking California Instagram. You know what I mean? It's just like fucking TikTok, though. Like, go check out our fucking profile, and you'll see my post where I'm like, really, TikTok? Like, what the fuck? Well, PB and Jane. No rosin in it today. Or right now, I should say. Might end up smoking a hash hole later. Towards the end of stream. But like, we're only just barely at the halfway point. I got an idea so I'm building a studio, right? The podcast studio. It's actually in the next room over. And so I'm going to go pick up some pallets and pull them apart and clean up the wood and use like old naturally weathered wood and like stagger it on one whole wall. And then on that wall, I'm gonna like put molding up on the wall, like probably a black background or a white background, and then molding all around it. And then I'm gonna stick comic books in it, like 3 wide, like 4 tall. So there'll just be this like comic book display on that wall. Be really fucking cool. I have a couple like really fucking sweet comic books. I mean, I have a whole collection of comic books, but a couple of them are really cool. They'd look great hanging on the wall in the podcast studio, being on podcasts and shit. A couple of them are worth a little bit of money, nothing crazy, but a little bit. I also need fucking curtains that can black out the window. There's one like large fucking window in that room too, which is great for natural light, but trash if we have to do a podcast in the daytime. It's gonna fuck up all of our mood lighting and stuff. We'll be able to have like motivational lighting or like different lighting for different people or different sections of the room or anything like that, because it'll just have a uniform like natural light infiltration happening because the fucking window is huge and it's southeast facing, so it just gets sun all fucking day long too, which also means the room gets hot. Enough weed in there for a much larger tip than the one I'm using. Looking really good.